What is up, everyone? I never thought I'd find myself in this position. I see so many clickbait YouTube videos, but I have in fact restarted my entire game. I never really understood how someone could throw away so much progress, but I do now. My third-person shooter mobile was, how do I put this lightly, terrible. Well, not terrible, badly coded. I half created a character controller that could barely do anything, and the code was unoptimized and hanging together by a spaghetti-sized thread. Then on top of all of that, I decided it was time to add in client-side prediction multiplayer. What the hell was I thinking? This requires 3 instances of the game running to test any new feature, 1 for the server and 2 for the players. This created a huge time sink in playing 3 games, setting up the server, testing, realizing how bad I am in netcode, crying, and then debugging. So, instead of having 10 half-baked ideas half-coded, I decided to scrap it all and start fresh.
Many hours later.
Methodically and piece by piece introducing the best parts of the old game into the new one. I'm also stripping the complexity for now. Let's get a nice feeling character controller, a shooting mechanic, and maybe some UI before we go any further. I'm going to keep it offline as well. Adding an extra 15 seconds per playtest is going to add up when it starts this early, so let's get a prototype going before we waste that time. I'm not going to say it was a complete waste of time. I have a lot of code and ideas I'm reusing, and I also learnt a lot about what not to do. So where does that put me right now? Well, I have developed the initial run, walk, and aim state machines that are very similar to what I used earlier. I'm really trying to hone in on the run style I want out of my character, but no animation set seems to provide the right look. All the ones I have found have been very upright and kind of stiff. I currently have settled on this, the closest I can get. Maybe I will try to reanimate it slightly so the arms aren't swishing past like a madman, but I have learnt to live with it. So now I can move on to more pressing matters like the rest of the game. A few parts I am working on in tandem. I want to create a shop where players can purchase upgrades for their player. So you walk up to the shop, search the menu and purchase new gun or ammo or whatever it may be. I also want to add more parkour elements to the game. Firstly, I want to get a climb mechanic working, and after that, I will look into adding some vaults, dives and jumps. We'll see how it all goes. I really want to make the movement as smooth as possible before I go any further. I think the plan moving forward is to get a full character controller working, which includes everything I mentioned earlier. I want to get the shooting mechanic working and at least 1 or 2 other guns. The game will require some form of AI to kill, so if I can get a gameplay loop of spawning characters to kill, that would be the foundation for everything moving forward. It's not going to be easy, and I'm currently not moving as fast as I would like, but if it's not enjoyable now, there won't be much point in continuing development.